The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
Never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Well, hello, sexy eels. That's right, I'm talking to you, listener. Hello, you're back once again for What's the Script? Another episode of film review, fun-filled, fantastic fun with myself, Chris. And as always, I'm joined, sporting some Umbro wear this eve, as my man Craig. How are we, Craig?
Yeah, that's because I'm like in a band, innit? I was at Nebworth about 30 years ago, singing to the masses, biblical, know what I mean? I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, no bad. It's funny that you should be using Danny Liam Gallagher, and considering one of the people that starred in the movie we're about to do. But aye, that's oh segue. Oh, I don't like walking.
That's why I wore it, mate. Did you know? Of course it was. That's why I wore it. 100%.
Fucking mate, you're a warrior poet. That's what you're.
We fought like Scotsmen.
My God, you will not. By the way, hark back to the old Braveheart review. Go back and hear that if you listen, if you like Braveheart and you like bowls of salt and what have you.
Folks, that's salt. I seen a photo of that. See the wee guy that plays the young William in the present day, man. You're like, why are you so old? Jesus.
You need to explain that now. You just went, oh, what? Oh, I would batter into you like a bag of chips, son. What?
I still remember the rocks. Aye, you should have. You wee dick.
Fucking hell, man. Mel Gibson, then we go back to fucking Braveheart. But, as is life. But again, shout outs to our main peeps there. Native Origins with the merchants and stuff there. Hoodies and t-shirts and the likes. Has there been any more winners? Has there anywhere people being picked?
It hasn't been, because I had to wait to Ian, who's the third of three winners for the first lot, came and got his t-shirt, which I came to the work on Thursday and picked up. And I was heavy delighted about the wee bag and all that. Oh, that's nice that. I'm a bit of tune there. I might put that on in a toilet somewhere and wear it about. But aye, so, and it's been a week, innit, mate? It's been there's been shit going on. There's been like call-offs. There's been Wayne's off school that we forgot all about. There's been parties to attend that we forgot all about. There's been tragic circumstances in all walks of life, and especially last night, mate, when we lost Robert Duvall in the world of movies.
He done the ultimate walk-off. He walked off into the next plane, shall we say. R.I.P. to Mr. Duval there. And all the Duvals. Thoughts go out with you there. We know you're avid listeners, know what I mean?
Aye, Alan McCoy is one of the first ones to pay homage to him on Talksport this morning. So, great actor, man. What a body of work. And he goes back to the fucking 50s, I think, man.
Oh, so far back. I mean, if there's anybody listening likes The Handmaid's Tale, I'm sure he was in the original movie. Might have been done in the 80s, I'm not sure. But there you go. There you go. And if you want something a bit lighter, you can watch Kicking and Screaming. That's he plays Will Ferrell's dad in that, and he's a soccer coach. Said soccer there for all you Americans out there listening.
Soccer ball, man. Going on the offense. Got to score a goal.
Ryan Reynolds, like what? Again, shout out to our chaps Quaint for our title tunes there. I was listening to Trip Inside again before we came on. Smashing me tune that. It's a smashing tune. Go on there and listen to it, people. Go there and let the tunes take you to a different place there. And again, shout out to our guys at Seismic Cinema. We've been told it's coming. We've been told the next installment is coming for Seismic Cinema. So we just need to keep waiting until they're ready to review stuff.
They've recorded Hacksaw Ridge, so we're just waiting on the edit and the drop, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Which
That's
would
it,
be
man.
quite
That's what
nice
I'm
to
saying.
have done this week while we're working, you know what I mean, boys? Although you're not seeing this
That's
till
it.
Friday, so that'll fall in fears. We'll tell James.
Aye. I'll text him like, here you wee dick. Get up. I don't care how well and no well you'll get it to toot. Get it toot.
Oh, we just woke up out of a fever dream, you know what I
I've been there myself, sweating, just
mean?
being a no well person, but nobody believes you when you stay in your bed all day. They
Nah,
think you're being lazy.
I've got a little tickle. I can
Oh,
feel it coming, a little tickle.
little tickle on your
Mm.
pickle. Shout out to everybody that follows the pages and all that as well. Facebook group page and all that. He's well loved and counted and sought after and all that. There's been a wee
Mm.
uptick on the TikTok as well. I went back to triple digits for some of the videos. So if you've got a part to play in that, I thank you. I thank you.
Well done.
Aye. But apart for that, sir, what have you been watching, mate? What have you been putting in your pupils? What have been your irresistible iris?
Yeah.
Intriguings?
Eh, aye. Well, I bust Knight Rider Series 1. That's done. That's
Oh,
done. Three more to go. Three more series of that to go. I bust all the Stranger Things. So that's done again. Might never be revisited, I don't think.
you know Mike's gay?
Um, what? What?
I never seen
No,
that coming.
that wasn't foreshadowed for fucking series 1. Was it? Fuck.
Oh,
Speaking of foreshadowing, see if you go back to listen to last week's pod, all the stuff, the subjects we touched on and all that. Oh,
oh,
telling you.
oh.
Not remain between us, but so it will. Um, I watched The Beach and I watched Blood Diamond. I remember The Beach being a bit better than it actually was. A lot of people love it and all that. I just think the payoff's a bit of shite. I just think him sitting
Yeah.
in an internet cafe at the end's the rest of the movie didn't deserve that. But hey ho, each to
Mm.
their own and all that. Still a good watch, you know what I mean? Blood Diamond, fantastic.
Yeah.
South African segue into today's fucking podcast. Uh,
Oh,
Watched the Wrecking Crew, enjoyed it. As what it is, does what exactly it says in the tin. Don't need to think too much about it. There's action, explosions, and some people getting fucked up, so I like that. And two men's men of Hollywood, you know what I mean? Not a lot of them left. You
why?
see,
Why?
I went back and watched a wee bit of the Scots. You ever watched that? Two boys at
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
just because I was me and Lindsay are in the house after a wee party on Saturday. So, oh, for that one, ha 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 ha. It's funny, ha. You know what I mean? Ron's gone wrong. He-Man Revolutions, I gave another bust because I think it's great. I think it's really good. And then obviously other time was filled up with a bit of football, a bit of the Rangers and that, you know what I mean? Who were as
Mm.
disappointing in the midweek as they were scintillating at the weekend. So that was me, mate. That was the week that was. What about your good self in your
Oh,
downtime?
oh, I was like a pick and mix. So I was like a pick and mix. I say.
Oh,
I finished Fallout season 2. It is what it is. If you like the Fallout stuff, I reckon you'll enjoy the series. Well, I watched the Cocaine Cowboys, Kings of Miami. That's a documentary series on Netflix. So smash me, watch that. Just shows you how fucking mental people are when they make drug money. Again, I revisited Danny Boyle's Sunshine because it's just a mad sci-fi ocular delight. Well,
mhm.
like a bit of word. I went back and I watched Layer Cake. I hadn't seen that in a long time, and it's still smashing. Um, I watched Training Day, still smashing. Know what I mean? I watched Imperium. That's Daniel Radcliffe. There, he's a Nazi. Well, he's an undercover copper trying
Never seen it.
to get Nazis. But it's an alright film. I recommend watching it. And I finished up with watching Netflix series Free Bert, which is a wee short TV series with the comedian Bert Kreischer. So that was all right, I know. A bit fucking wacky doodle, but aye. that was me. Just been a busy person, a busy Noel person, and that, you know.
I'll tell you what some of the Facebook group members have been watching this
Oh,
last
oh,
week.
let's get that bookie pen out and get it crossed.
I'll pick some different people than I usually do. James Patterson, who is our James Fay at the Seismic Cinema, has been watching obviously Hacksaw Ridge. 911, what's your emergency? I'm sure it's not spelled like that, James. What's your emergency? Is that a wee nod to the what's the script there? You know what I mean? He also watched Sherlock, which is probably why he's told us since he's watched Elementary, which I think is fucking brilliant. But he says, I've been pretty busy this week, so not a lot really. Oh,
Oh,
wee man.
oh, recording. Oh, there's a bit
Jo-
of foreshadowing there.
Aye. Joanne Wilde has been watching the Lucy Letby documentary, which is getting quite a bit of airtime. I need to get into that. Judge
Mhm.
John Deed. What age are you, Joanne? Fuck's sake, Judge John Deed. The Good Doctor. An Irish Wish. I don't know what that is, but I hope you enjoyed it, whatever
Mm.
it was. Our Louise Nichols has been watching The Thing. Not a podcast about that. Matchroom, The Greatest Showman. Gogglebox, Fit for TV, The Reality of the Biggest Loser, The Housemaid, and Small Profits. And who will we do there? We will go to. We'll see. Colin, how you doing? Colin come into our fucking slid right into our group page there. He's been watching also Hacksaw Ridge for the pod, Nuremberg, Dexter season 4, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and Shrinking season 3, which I'll need to get on to because the first two series are fucking class. So that's
Mm.
just some of the things that our avid listeners have been watching the past week.
Mm. I've heard good things about the Night of the Seven Kingdoms and that. And I fairly enjoyed Nuremberg myself. So
Hang on,
it's
man.
interesting to see if Colin mentions that on the seismic there. Because it is a good watching.
I still
Mm.
hope he's coming back with this giant beard, smoking, looking stressed out his fucking box. It's
I had a house
been
coat,
a while.
like a Big Lebowski.
Not seen you for 2025. It was just like some year, man. You know, like shit went down pretty pretty escalated pretty quickly.
Uh,
You know,
just starts the starts the podcast, just doing Kraft McGaff and all that. Like,
I cross between the Big Lebowski and the drug dealer at a fucking Pulp Fiction.
right?
Is this prank call? Prank call.
Oh, fucking brilliant. A lot to get watched there and a lot covered there. But as well as that, mate,
Hmm.
there was this film that we're doing today. But before we even get into this film that we're doing today, that's loved by many, I imagine. Let's go back in time to the 80s, or just before the 80s finished. Oh, I dare
Fucking
say we're going to
belter
be
of a year.
spoiled.
Belter of a year. Might not transpire in some of the world events has been a belter of a year, but there was a lot of bad shit went on. I mean, the fall of the Berlin Wall, kind of end of communism. That was the end of communism started because that wasn't just the only thing that the fall of the Berlin Wall was a big fucking deal. So that was good because people got to go to the shops across the road that could they go to for like 50 years. You know what I
By
mean?
the way, am I
You go,
tripping? Am I tripping? See when that came down? Was David Hasselhoff singing at that?
yes.
Right.
He, funnily enough, I just watched that reel and all on Insta Shorts or something or YouTube, and as people probably know, David Hasselhoff became the #1 selling vocal artist in Germany because the German market bought right into Knight Rider, right? And they fucking loved the guy. And then they seen his second and went, oh, you must come and sing for us, David. Yeah. So he was invited to the Berlin Wall. And listen, David Hasselhoff brought Germany together. The wall came down, but the glue wasn't administered yet between society. He was that glue. You know what I
Right.
mean? People up there for the East and the West jigging with one another and all that.
Well,
Dumb.
that's what inspired Rocky 4.
Was it?
David Hasselhoff as Rocky.
So it wasn't a mad dream that you had, mate. It's totally true, and it's out there for people to see. It's absolutely smashing. So, in the kind of the same vein, there was the Tiananmen Square protests in China, and if you want to know more about that, it's like Time Life magazine's fucking best ever, one of their best ever covers, and all that wee guy stood in front of tanks and shit. You know what I mean? It was a braver man than me, but it was obviously quite stupid as well doing that. The Soviets withdrew from Afghanistan, obviously leaving a plethora of AK-47s behind for them to use up until the present
Mhm.
day. You know what I mean?
Thanks to Rambo. Thanks to Rambo.
Thanks to Rambo, he went in there and fucking shot a helicopter down. You know what I mean? Big bastard. The World Wide Web was first proposed. The internet was out there sort of, but as in a worldwide fucking thing, it wasn't. So these fucking geniuses went and proposed it. I don't know who they proposed that to. Do you know what I mean? But obviously it worked out,
Mhm.
and now we can all just go like that, boop, and find out who likes to masturbate
Boom.
to blocks of cheese. You know what I mean? And
I
such
told you
things.
that in confidence.
Sorry, mate, I've not told them what kind of cheese. You know what I mean? Other
Cathedral!
men's, other men's cheese. And then lastly, really big deal, really, really sad, still talked about today. The Hillsborough disaster happened in Sheffield during an FA Cup game where 96 souls lost their life due to police being dickheads. You know what I mean? But we'll say no more about that.
Yeah.
Film wise, mate, a couple of good films here for you. I know we have done 89 before because a lot
Oh,
of shit
aye.
jumped to it. The King of New York was it?
Have you seen it?
Um,
Have you watched it yet? Aye.
no, I've got it there sitting. It's on my tablet. I'm going to do it. Going to do it. I know. Just fucking go down rabbit holes with shit. Big Mel was busy. Not only was he doing Lethal Weapon 2, he was also doing Bird in a Wire with Goldie Hawn, which is fucking tremendous. Such
Yeah.
a good time, that film, man. Patter's Electric. Fucking brilliant. A more sinister one, and one of the most shocking scenes in movie history, Misery. Kathy Bates and James Caan. Who'd have thought a wee guy just getting nursed back to health in a fucking snowy cabin could have been so nightmare fuel.
Oh, Jamesy boy.
Tom Cruise was hurtling round a circle at stupid speeds in Days of Thunder, um,
Mhm.
trying to get up the skirt of Nicole Kidman, if I remember right. And apparently Days of
Yes.
Thunder 2 is a thing, which is down the
Yes.
line.
Yeah, I think it's the guy that he's made Maverick and all that way. So could be good.
Mm.
Could be good.
One of my favourite romantic, erotic, ghosty films, Ghost. Was it? It's romantic. It's a tad erotic. Because Demi Moore's smashed in it. But anyway, Ghost was a brilliant film. I've seen it. Chris still hasn't. He's going to be forced to watch it one day, but I would hazard a guess to. Do you know what I mean? The prime fucking what's his name again? Steven Seagal was kicking ass and hard to kill.
Why?
Fastest Horns in the West. Didn't do a lot of
Yeah,
kicking
the
around house or
fucking
shit. Just did a lot of
ponytail and attitude.
that. Oh aye. And Back to the Future 3 was also out, which finished the franchise and which we've done a podcast on, and it's a fucking smashing podcast. I know we like to
Yeah.
bum ourselves up with our podcast, but there's some that are more smashed than others, but they are all smashing.
No, plus
So that was
I
us.
had to say that's the best out of the three in my opinion, that one. And I
Aye,
enjoyed that one the most.
aye. Two was for like a year till the third one came out,
Uh,
because we've been waiting for two for fucking. It felt like so long, but it wasn't really. It was like 5 year or something, 4 year. But aye. But there you go. If you want to Back to the Future 3, guys, go back and listen to the podcast. It's a smasher. Now, in the charts of 1989, there was some
oh,
smashing albums that
Lord
hit
my weave.
hit the billboards. Well, people are just getting a haircut in 1989 to get into these 90s, mate. So the Buffons and the mullets were getting to fuck. Madonna, the, Madonna released the Immaculate Collection, which is a belter. New Kids in the Block were fucking up there with Step by Step. Garth Brooks, funny enough, getting in the act. He was number 3 in the Billboard charts with No Fences. Sounds like a big field, doesn't it? But there you go. MC Hammer's aptly named album, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em, was up there as number 4 and number 5 in the charts, just starting to get to the peak of her powers, which she's still at today. Mariah Carey with the beautifully named album, Mariah Carey. It's the only woman that I've seen on Cribs using a stepmaster in a short dress and a pair of high heels. It's fucking hilarious. And just imagine the camera going like that. She fucking serious, baby.
Oh.
Roll the film, Frank. You know what I mean? This is my gym. This is where I work out. Oh, fucking hell, Mariah. There was deaths. There was deaths, and one of them was quite fun. Well, no funny, but the way me and you go, we were talking about him last week. Sammy Davis Jr., who you watched in the Cannonball Run.
Oh, that's fucking mental,
Aye, so he
that.
died in 1989. Other big giant fucking names of the stage and screen, Greta Garbo and Ava Gardner, passed away. The man who liked to put his horn up things' arses, Jim Henson, he passed away. He invented the Muppets, people, right? Calm down. It wasn't one of them. We're not
Who
glorifying.
is this monster?
Who is that fisting bastard? Tell us more, Craig. He was puppets, right? Okay. Kermit the Frog, he. And Dexter Gordon, who was big in the world of jazz, he passed away. I know he blew his last trumpet, I think. So that was the deaths that I've managed to curtail it at. And lastly, as a wee side note, I put on the biggest selling toys of 1989. Number one in the whole wide world of the planet Earth, which is this variant of it, Nintendo Game Boy was the biggest seller. So there you go. I never had one because my family were poor. Me used to beg my ma to be first to get the first gulp at the cabbage water. Mammy, can I get it while it's still warm, Mammy? Aye, if you got a bit of cabbage in that, you'll hand it back. You'll hand back the cabbage. It's no for the likes of you, it's for your father. He works for that cabbage. A close second in the world of children's entertainment toy-wise was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures, which were fucking all over the place, rife as fuck, smashing. Console-wise, the Sega Genesis kind of disappeared as fan, but it sold a lot of units. It just didn't stand the test of time until now, with all these emulators and all that. You realise fucking some good games with that, but there was a lot going on.
Mm.
The lassies had their Polly Pockets. I loved their Polly Pockets. There was a
Fuck's
wee
sake,
dollies
man.
that size and doll hoosies as big as your fucking face and all that. And oh, killing cats and dogs and small children everywhere, choking in the wee bastards. Sorry, but the boys done the same because they had micro machines and they were just as tiny wee motors and all that. And your wee sister was choking on that of a Christmas morning, no problem at all. So there you go. That was just a wee side note of what was happening in 1989.
Oh, there you go, man. You had to be there. I mean, I dare say, I'm going to say it. There was a few people had Polly Pockets. I'm going to say it because I mean, I, I think they came back out when I was away. You know that, or they just never went away for a while. But
Maybe.
I don't think the other one came back. Know what I mean?
Micro machines.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles must have just set about. I hear you. But
They've come back fucking 4 or 5 times, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and other variants, but that original one for the 80s cartoon, forget about it. Everywhere, man.
I actually think my brother had a fucking skateboard with turtles on it. You know what I mean? Fucking
I remember them.
wankers.
Aye. I think my brother came off a skateboard with one of them on it. Ended up in York Hill, a broken fucking elbow.
It's another thing, man. Fucking, we were talking about that the other day there. I started trying to take up the skating and all that, but it didn't take. I was my rain, put my foot on it. Fuck you.
Same. No sense of
Uh,
balance.
nah, but aye, as well as all that was going on. I mean, you had a sequel, but I'm putting it up there with possibly one of the best sequels, if not the best. But again, that's up for some people's opinions. But Lethal Weapon 2 also came out in the year of 1989. And oh, I'll tell you now how successful it was before I get Craig to give us a synopsis and everybody involved with it. But the
Please do.
budget for this film, according to the interwebs, was $28 million. And it brought in an impressive $227.8 million. No, that is some fucking markup.
Oh, I like the numbers. I like the
Oh, so
numbers.
many Benjamins.
So many Benjamins. You consider. I'll get into some of the trivia later about how some of the things cost on that budget. That's a pretty good budget, man, considering
Why?
the things that are wrecked, the explosions that were had, the cast, and the action and the camera work, the whole fucking shebang. That was great, mate.
But
But what value for money that was.
but you've already touched on casting that, so why don't you give a director, the cast, and a wee synopsis of the movie for us there, mate?
Okay. But a quick synopsis is two police officers are assigned the task of protecting a witness. They're not really, they are eventually, right? While doing so, they try to expose corrupt diplomats who use their power and immunity to engage in criminal activities. That does not sell the film one iota, but that's what Google have put that out as, and I just copied and pasted it. If I was going to give you a synopsis of this, it would have been a couple of paragraphs, by the way.
Yeah.
But let's just say it was a smashing follow up to an already amazing fucking movie. And it was directed by, and it fucking stinks of a guy, Dick Donner, Richard Donner. But Dick to his pals, and me and Chris know the boy well. Well, we did know him well, he's not here anymore. And he was a guy that done Superman the movie, if you remember correctly. So he knew a wee camera trick or two, that boy. Um, because the reason they were maybe not going to do a Lethal Weapon 5 is because Richard Donner's no longer with us. But
Yep.
Mel Gibson since came out and said, I think we owe it to him. You know what I mean? And he was all
Aye.
for it before he passed away. But anyway, that's a side note, Craig. Shut up. The film is starring Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Prime Patsy Kensit, Joe Pesci, Joss Ackland, Marc Rolston. There's another 40 in there, including John Connor's ma, but you can figure that out for yourself.
Aye. But by the way, see on the subject of that woman, Jeanette Goldstein, is there a franchise she wasn't involved with?
You know, right, isn't she? It's a bit high, she always gets her jotters in the film. But
Every single one.
if you've got Judgment Day and you've got Lethal Weapon 2 on your CV, you're worth a wee casting, in
Aye.
my opinion.
Plus, it's Aliens. She was in it.
Aye.
She was in the second one. Aye. There you go. That's where did you do? Aliens 2, Terminator 2, Lethal Weapon 2.
What did I know, David?
They
What
call
did I
me
know,
the
Dave?
sequel, the sequel genius.
Aye.
It's fucking aye, but
Surprised
aye,
I've
put
got.
that in your CV and smoke it.
She's in that. And also, I've got your man for Breaking Bad and
Yeah,
is it The
Dean
Shield?
Norris.
He's in.
No, he wasn't in that, but
No.
yeah, he's been in Total Recall and fucking all that stuff.
Aye.
He's the guy with the
Oh, we get.
vagina face.
For fuck's sake.
You tell,
I'll,
look at that
I'll
guy's face
still
and
do
you
it.
tell me
I'll
that's
still
not
do
true.
it. Just shut your eye. Just.
Shut your eyes and think he Mars. Like,
Look who's talking. Uh-huh.
oh, amazing man. Aye, Dean Norris. I'm sure that's his name. He's got a vast body of work and all. But I think he might have been in fucking Terminator 2 or no? He might have been one of the SWAT team.
I think you're right. Gets in the leg.
Aye, I'm sure so. Sounds like him anyway.
That's
But
give
hey,
the credit anyway. Fuck IMDb. You're in that film, mate. And they ask you.
we'll start with IMDb. But aye, well, aye, there's so much in it. By the way, the thing that we quote in this, right, on a regular basis, right, and we've no reason to be doing it. Joss Auckland liked the movie, but ultimately it gets so fed up of people saying diplomatic immunity to him.
I'd like to think that was the last thing you heard before he left the bottle of coil. But by the way, see, I bet it was his password on everything. Bet it was his
It's going
fucking
to be
PC password on it. Aye.
Have you ever seen that
Couldn't-
episode? Is it Father Ted? I think it is. And they go exploring the cave, and they see the old guy for 1 foot in the grave. And like that. Go and see his catchphrase to him. I don't believe it. He'll never expect it.
That's right. Oh, that
Oh,
needs bust. That
fucking.
needs bust. They're a box set needing to be watched, if ever there was one.
Oh, aye. Oh, definitely, man. Aye. But there you go. Aye. Everybody just going through the world, mate, and everybody shouting diplomatic immunity to you. It's just, aye.
There's been worse things could be shouted at you. You know what I mean? There you go.
Oh,
So,
God.
by the way,
Aye.
the runtime of this, I know, mate, is 1 hour and 58 minutes, so just under the 2 hours. I thought it was longer.
It seems longer, but I was going to say that to you, I know, mate. This film was quick to the finish. No, I mean, there's a lot of the story leading up to obviously the big crescendo and all that, but see when the big crescendo does come, seems awfully fleeting in comparison with
Oh,
the rest of the film, doesn't
in comparison with the fucking opening car chase, I fucking does, man. But
it? Really?
there's something in this movie that's even better than a big crescendo, and I'm sure we'll touch on it as we get to our favourite scenes later on.
Oh,
But during production, Richard Donner was shocked when Mel Gibson confided in him that he was drinking 5 pints of beer a day for his breakfast. Despite his alcohol problems, even back then, Gibson was known for his professionalism and punctuality. So it was alright.
that's it, mate. Aye, as long as you show up to your work, I don't give a fuck if you're reeking of booze. But, aye, it's some of the things that helps you get through the day. know what I mean?
Too early for
I
a
couldn't do
fusilier, is it?
it. Know what I mean? What's that you're doing? 2 lines and a spritz up there, buddy.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Jack. Mind your fucking business. So there you go.
But
Even back then, at the peak of his powers, it was heavy belting the bevy.
that's it. Aye, but I'm sure he's off it now. I'm not. I don't. I think he says he's off it, but hey,
Aye.
it's one of
How
them, innit?
drunk on? He's drunk on God, mate. No,
Oh aye, oh aye.
aye,
Some
what?
more trivia here. I wrote down for different sources. Usually I check to see if they're right or no, but didn't care this time. So,
Danny Glover had a
but,
sixth toe, and it was white.
but
White as the
it's not
driven
a day
snow.
with. Oh, is that you, Eminem? What have you done with Craig? But aye, Shane Black, the writer of the original film, and then this film quit the movie as they were focusing more on a comedy kind of movie than action and heroics that he was wanting the film to do. So,
He's a, he's a bottom
I
into
mean, there
Shane Black.
is.
He's got so much fucking checkered shit in his directing and writing, and he makes
Aye,
fucking big, spectacular boo-boos, doesn't he? I don't even have him
that's it.
credited for this, by the way. See, when I wrote down the screenplay, it's Richard Donner and Jeffrey Boam, or Boam, or something. So,
Well, a lot of it was rewritten because the original one was very dark and depressing, and they wanted it on a more lighter tone, which is fucking Donner's style, put it this way, innit? That's, you know what I mean? And a lot of the times before they started filming scenes, stuff was rewrote, like the dialogue and all that, just before they filmed the scenes. So he is kind of there because I'm sure he's responsible for the story with another guy, something Murphy. Can't remember. I didn't write his first name down, but it was there. But I mean,
right.
just see for one instance in the film, right? The actual ending, the original ending to this movie was Riggs dying, seemingly shot, and they were actually killing him off. And at the end of the film, you were going to see a video
Oh,
because they had a premonition of his death. And what the end of the film was actually going to be was Riggs saying goodbye to Murtaugh and a videotape that he'd already recorded.
oh no,
So,
oh no.
but I think Warner Brothers went like, no fucking chance. This is money.
Aye. And by the way, we're the company with the guy with the big ears and the carrot here. Calm down. You know what I mean? I know, I'm thinking of Walt Disney, Warner Bros.
Aye.
What I talking
But
about?
even so, let's see the film. It was actually filmed in 2 ways. So I don't know if the original ending to the film is see Riggs when he's lying dead and Murtaugh goes to him and just walks there and he's still lying dead and it fades away. I think that might have been one version of it. And then I think there was all the added stuff afterwards where it's a laugh and finish. Know what I mean? But apparently they showed it to test audiences and Riggs surviving tested better. So that's the ending they went with.
Aye.
So
And by the way, folks, if you haven't seen this film, right, this isn't an overly the comedy doesn't sacrifice for the action in this. It's not about that. It's just added in, and it fucking works, man, so well because this is it is lethal, lethal weapon. It said the thing. It is like it is violent. It's fucking great, man.
aye. You don't if this film wasn't made, I don't think you get Rush Hour. Know what I mean? Because
Good call.
this is Rush Hour. Know what I mean? Rush Hour just went with this formula. Know what I mean? So, but
Did
that
you
was
write down? Sorry, did you write down who composed the music in this? Which I didn't know
no.
about. Michael Kamen, David Sanborn, and Eric Clapton. Bow, 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 bum, bum, bum.
I was going to say what the fuck they did because saxophone daft.
I put the wee lead up. Down, 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 down. Imagine every time Eric Clapton done that riff. Another fucking 250 grand, man. Know what I mean?
It's fucking
Brilliant.
nuts. Absolutely
Excellent.
nuts. Uh, Another wee bit that I had to write down because I noted it before I watched the film back, and you actually do see it.
Okay.
So
Like
in the
this.
scene where obviously they
Patsy's
dive out the
vagina.
window into the swimming pool,
Mm-hmm.
when the assassin gets out the swimming pool, you see the Nakatomi Plaza building.
Yes.
It's fucking brilliant.
I
Uh,
was today years old when I found that out. I was like, what? What? How did I not know this?
right. I went one better. I went onto Google Earth, right, and seen where the Nakatomi building was, and checked it against where the hotels would be, and it's kosher. So there you go. Because
Fucking hell, man.
that's something I would put out there in the world. I know just to fuck with people. I would just
Aye.
put that out there. People want that to be true. So
Right. Google Earth, man. Fuck, many gram are you then? Jesus Christ. Right, I'm going to find this right one. Honestly, who's there? No, it's a brilliant thing. And obviously it's because the guy done the way films, which his name, it is... I can't, I've got it down somewhere. I've got it down somewhere, I can't find it, but it's the same guy that produced both films, wasn't
yeah, aye. Silverman, I think his second name might be. Aye. Um,
Which is quite funny
Another
as
wee
well
bit of trivia.
because the only guy that Leo remembers the name of is called Hans.
Hey, that's what I was like. Fuck off. A guy falls at a fucking building. He's called, might be called Hans. And there's a Nakatomi about, see what you've done there.
Aye.
A wee tip of the hat. But, because apparently I know, the prop Beretta handgun that Riggs uses is the same Beretta handgun that Bruce Willis uses in the Die Hard movies. So
Yep.
it's
We
it's
touched
just
on that, didn't
it's,
we?
a, it's a bit
In the
it's
Die
all
Hard
about the
episode.
connecting.
It's about toy pleasures. Aye, so there you go. There's another nice segue for us folks who might hear the Die Hard um, pod that we've done. We did mention that in there as well because there was also chance that Mel Gibson could have been John McClane and Bruce Willis could have been fucking Martin Riggs. So there we
Yeah,
go.
that's it. Aye, so many things, so many things. As well as Jock Auckland again, when going against Caston, was actually lived in South Africa in the 50s, and they left after 2 years because they were disgusted with the apartheid. So he actually played the anti him. So there you go.
Aye.
It's all about acting.
I bet he couldn't get that out there quick enough after making this film. Listen, by the way, it's just acting, man. It's just acting. Before I give you any more trivia, right, mate, I want to ask you a question. How have you got out there and I'm out here now, by the way? I don't know how that happened. I didn't touch it. The use of the K word in this, right? Is that as derogatory as the N word? So when we're
I
ad-libbing and
don't
all
know,
that, we
because
can't, can
uh,
we can't use it, can we?
I don't know, mate. It's I don't know if that's their word, their N word down in South Africa. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's got the same.
I'm back.
Uh, I don't know if it's got the same kind of ramifications or whatever it is. But hey,
Hmm. Well, in the spirit of being factual, I'll put it in with some dialogue, but I don't want anybody to take offence to it because I don't know if it's bad or no. Or will I change it to something like caffeine? I don't know. That's what I thought it was for as a young guy for a fucking long time, by the way. Caffeine lover? Who's a caffeine lover in
uh,
this one?
well, apart one of the fucking best lines in it is Danny Glover saying they've been decaffeinated. So it's like,
Ah, tremendous, man. Tremendous. And it?
so,
Pure 80s.
but
And
no,
it's
look,
obviously
mate.
crescendoed with a bit of saxophone.
Oh, fucking hell, man. But
We talked
by the
about the
way,
budget, mate. Sorry, on
oh,
you go.
aye. Say it. No, you say it, mate. I can see you built up to what I say it. Go do it. Do it. Do it, you big
The how
stilt loving bastard, you.
still loving bastard. Slender Man. Aye, so we talked about the budget and about how much things cost. So back then, there's a scene in this where Mel Gibson attaches cables to the stilts of a mountain-top house. You've got to think this is like LA, Beverly Hills, house is on the hillside, and they're there, man. It's like Iron Man's house in it, built onto fucking big stilts. I don't care how much money I had in the fucking world, I wouldn't be fucking happy on the thin fucking things. But anyway, it happened, and it cost 500,000 American dollars to do. So it was a one and done, and
Aye.
somebody's house ended up at the bottom of the fucking valley after it.
Can you imagine that? I was fucking smashing that. Did you get that, lads? I didn't turn the camera on.
Oh, somebody's gonna get fired
Oh,
that day.
oh, such a cock thrashing that boy would I got.
Aye, it's smashing. I would love to go. I might do it after the chat GPT, who I'm good pals with now, you know. I always say please and thank you and that, and it always rewards me with some nice patter. Anyway, I'd like to see if that was feasible for that model and a truck, that axle to hold up to take the
Yeah,
weight of that.
but I mean, it's like the same time and all, mate. See, we start doing this road and all that. I mean, what's the chances Riggs avoids the bullets he avoids? Know what I mean? And
Aye,
fucking
aye.
deep,
That doesn't mean it in the
deep
grander scheme of
trauma
things.
tissue when he rolls off motors and all that shit. Know what I mean? Like, nah, I will live in the land of make believe. You fucking leave me alone.
Exactly, exactly. But this is
I
just for
mean,
my
fuck.
more curiosity. It's not going to lessen the enjoyment of the movie. Um, Joe Pesci in this, mate, introduced into us as a wee comedic side character who obviously ends up in the rest of the franchise is fucking brilliant. Wee Leo Getz. And his character always gets excited, goes, okay. And that stick was based on Disneyland employees giving directions to guests at Fantasyland. So somebody was obviously at Disneyland, was trying to get directions, and there was a wee guy going, how'd I get there? And he's like, okay. And that's how it stuck.
Well, funny enough, I know Joe Pesci wasn't the first choice for Leo Getz either. It was actually Joe Pantolino,
Oh, aye.
and also Danny DeVito was considered for the role as well. But
It
I
takes
mean, you
him
just see
half
the
an hour to fucking get out the motor and pick Riggs's gun up. Fuck's sake.
but just see the whole Leo Getz, mate. He was only supposed to have one scene and a couple of lines,
Right?
and the character was that fucking good. He's in a lot of the film and actually became a returning character. Know what I mean?
Aye.
And I don't know if that's doing to Joe Pesci just doing that good a fucking job.
Must have been. I can, when you're saying that about the writing and the rewrites and all that, I can actually see him fucking rewriting him into this and making him part of the actual like fucking
Aye.
baddies and all that shit. Because it ties in amazing, man. Does really
Oh,
does.
superb, man. Plus, he's I will get on to it later on, man, but it's fucking see when you're introduced to the character, mate. Fucking Steen kills me, man.
Awesome. On the side of Riggs'
But
refrigerator is a US Army Military Police School diploma. There you go.
there you go. Guys, they got a doctorate in crime, that boy.
Because he was Special Forces, wasn't he? They talk about that in the first one a wee bit.
Yeah,
When they were
yep,
in Nam and all that. He was the killing machine, as you will.
yeah, that's that. So, I'm just going to come in and ask you, is it the best in the franchise?
Yes, 100%. By a country mile,
And do you believe
personally.
it was right to go in the decision they went with making it more comedic than dark?
For this movie,
Aye,
aye. It worked. It worked 1,000% because, like you said, the first one was really, really dark, even to the way it was shot. I think,
mm,
I think we were lucky if we get one sunshine scene in the first one, and that's when they go to the house and the wee wains are sitting, and it gets blown up
aye,
and all that. That's the only
mm,
sunny day in that movie. Um, Plus, there's a lot of. It had to be like that, I suppose, to introduce Riggs into it and how fucking upset he was and all that kind of jazz. So
mm,
I think it works amazing, man. What do you think?
no. I think it's good. Don't get me wrong, I like the film, not that and all, and I would say it's probably the best out of them. But see the South Africans as the baddies, right? I mean, there was even a lot on Meryl their side and all that because there was like, supposed to be like a Riggs torture scene and all that. And know how we've spoke about Jeanette Goldstein's character. She gets blew
Mm-hmm.
up, jump into a swimming pool. She was actually supposed to be tortured to death.
Mm.
So it was to be a bit more fucking dark, dark, shall we say? And again, we fucking Riggs dying at the end. But I don't think he was supposed to die in that way. But I think it was supposed to be more a heroic death and taking fucking a bullet for murder or something like nail lines. Know what I mean? But
Right.
I think it would have been kind of better to see that as well and had some of the comedic stuff in it. But
Mm-hmm.
buddy cop films in it, they kind of need to finish on a happy ending, didn't they?
That's it. We all need to finish the happy ending, mate. We really do. Or else we end up grumpy wee
Aye.
souls if we don't get our happy ending. You know what I mean?
Uh,
I. By the way, there might be a lot of people that listen to this and don't realise like what South Africa was happening at that time and was happening for
yeah.
like decades. Do you know what I mean? It's quite brutal. We didn't even get it on the news what was going on. And to paint a picture for you, some people had black servants, and when the black servants done something wrong, that black servant was set upon by the family dogs. You know what I mean? You talk about racism, you've no idea about the levels that it used to be over there. I say used to be, I'm not saying it's still Disney going, but it was just life. Do you know what I mean? I think
Oh, that's part of the whole thing.
normal.
Honestly, like they use the South Africans sort of baddies. I think this is why this is more memorable than other stuff because for America, it's only like a certain amount of baddies you can have. You know what I mean? It's usually the Russians. But see, for this, the South Africans are different kind of baddie. You know what I mean? Instead of just being bad for bad sake, though, bad to keep a way of life going. You know what I mean? So I
Aye,
think it was like everybody could get behind sort of thing, wasn't it?
aye, because they do touch on it a wee bit. You're right, they're bad. They're bad for humanity. Do you know what I mean? With that kind of ethos, and Riggs kind of refers to them in the office as, oh, look, the master race, like Nazis. You know what I
Aye.
mean? So there's a lot of nods, but it's done brilliant. That is done brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Even with the best bits, I'm sure you'll do your favourite bit in the consulate. You know what I mean? Which is comedic and funny as fuck. Um, so there you go. But
Right.
there's a wee bit more trivia. Is there anything interesting I want to tell you about trivia? Know that bit because I'm going to say that's one of my favourite scenes. Um, Despite the film's anti-South African stance, since we're talking about it, it was it was passed uncut in the South African censors and became a major financial success in South Africa. So there you go.
It's a curious thing that. By the way, look, I know I said the killing rigs off and all that stuff, right? And they obviously didn't go down that road. But do you think it would have been better for them to kill off rigs
Well,
and maybe go in a different
shut
direction
up,
with
Chris. Don't talk like no, 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 don't talk that. Don't talk that's badness, badness. I don't like that. Don't like that for you.
it?
I don't know. Is my honest answer because we know what we go after that. And if you thought this one was a bit comedy heavy, then the other two even more so. Again, great films, good protagonists, good villains, good bit of action, and all that bit of life in there as well. But um, what way would do you think they could have went if they were going to continue without Riggs?
I don't know, mate. It's just I don't know, having maybe Murta a lot with a different person, or maybe I don't know, have Murta turn into the captain or the chief. You know what I mean? And he's
Filling
dealing with these
Butters.
young cunts underneath him. You know what I mean? I mean,
Aye.
there's a lot of these films. It's like the boy takes a step up. So maybe I could have been like Murtaugh's son and fucking whoever. You know what I mean? See something like Nailings,
Mm.
but because don't get me wrong, I know they're supposed to be making another one, right? But see when the fourth one comes around, you can tell they're old. You know what I mean? And I know they kind of lean into it in the fourth film. Riggs not being able to do what he does. So it's like, would it have been better to have him finish kind of Topi's game sort of thing? Don't know. That's
Yeah,
just a
totally get
question,
it.
you know what I mean?
I am as I'm not at all excited about a fifth instalment in the franchise. I'm really
Aye.
no. Like you say, mate, Danny Glover's 80 or touching 80,
Aye.
and how are they going to do a feature film that's going to sign this franchise off the way it deserves to be? I think it's fine where it's done and where it's ended for now. So I would need
Mm.
to be exceptional in some capacity, which I just can't fathom or see. I don't know.
Aye. Aye. I think it sits in the category of just leave it alone for me. Um, you obviously get the picture at the end in the hospital and all that, or a big happy family and all that. Just leave it. But
But fucking, they can't have any
whatever.
more scar tissue to no take a bullet.
Yeah, no. But see another thing makes me laugh.
Oh, sorry.
See the running gag in this film,
hmm
and it's Murtaugh's station wagon. Always caught me. It fucking tickles me so much, man.
I'm glad you fucking mentioned it because it's right for the get go and it's prevalent all throughout the film. It's Trish's motor. I asked myself the question for the first time in forever. Why she let him fucking take it? What I mean, we'll just
It's
get one
fucking
for the
hell.
pool. We'll just get a pool car, mate.
Mate, it's just in the car chase for the toilet landing on the windshield, man, and just constantly cops it, man. It's
That's hilarious. Aye. Leo
aye.
opening the door and all that. It's fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? It really is. And even when the
Uh,
car's so beat up later in the film, there's a wee scene, it's not my favourite scene, but there's a wee scene where Briggs is fucking frustrated and he's going to bang the motor and Roger goes, oh, and then just strokes it. The car's already fucked with it, you know what I mean? It's good. It's good.
fucking amazing. Oh. And I know what we were mentioning Liam Gallagher at the start and all that. Patsy Kensit's in this, and mate, for I only ever thought she was on was it fucking Emmerdale or something like that. You know
Aye.
what I mean?
I don't know
Don't
what or who
really.
Patsy Kensit was in 1989. Obviously, she was an aspiring actress, but I'd never seen her phone in my life. I'd never seen her in a fucking magazine or a paper or model. Maybe she was. I've never done a deep dive on Patsy Kensit, but she's done no bad for herself for not being the
Aye.
most talented actress in the whole world. And I used to watch her Emmerdale, and again, she's fine. But in this, she's a gorgeous looking woman. She really is.
Aye. It's a bonny lass. Bonnie lass.
A bunny be Jimmy McCall.
And again, I'm always going to say it every time we do a fucking Lethal Weapon film. Shout out to Darlene Love because she fucking some of the best Christmas tunes on the fucking go. And that's obviously Murtaugh's wife in this. And if you don't know who she is, go and fucking listen to her tunes because they're smashing.
Ah, she loves a chant. I went right on the YouTube the last time you told me that. I was like, it's her. There she's there. Ah, yeah, he was right there, big man. Fucking is her too. Obviously a better singer than she is a Lethal Weapon cook, but I'm sure we'll
Aye,
get to that.
no, fuck aye. But as we've already kind of mentioned some scenes, mate, hit me with some of your best ones, mate, and go for it.
Wow. Um, I'm going to go a left field one. It's not too obvious because I think it's smashing. I think it's a wee bit in the film, but you didn't see it coming. But it's just beautifully written, and it's about the gold pen. Riggs is in Trisha's kitchen as per usual, but he's doing the cooking, and she's like, "Oh, fun a gold pen in the washing and all that." And then he goes through the story about the gold pen, about how he's always losing it, and it always turns up at the most inappropriate moments, and it reminds him of the night Vicky was killed, and he signed her death certificate after identifying her body and all that, and it's quite dark. Don't be wrong, see Trisha in that. I was like, fucking, I didn't mean to push. Aye, you did. You did mean to push. So, aye, cool. You were saying about the pen? What's that about that pen? You want to tell me? I didn't mean to push. And then he tells her about it. It's quite sombre because I think you forget about his ex-wife up until this point, and then it's just the air's let out at the end when Roger comes in at the tail end. It here now. Oh, Trish for a gold pen in the washing, and they just look at each other and give each other a wee.
Oh, what's
Roger.
it like? Who else but
So
Quagmire?
I don't. Shirt pants. All I really knows I'm wearing shirt and pants. Giggity.
Oh,
So I like that scene.
oh, aye. I'm just gonna say right away, man. See the introduction to fucking Leo. It tickles me, man. Just right for the off. Who's that? It's the police. How do I know you're a cop? Well, if I fucking shoot you through the door and you can inspect the bullet, open the door. You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, I get it. Bad cop, good cop. Like, shut up. Stop. All right.
It's
And
so
they're
good, isn't it?
fucking slamming everything, man.
Aye.
Oh,
Well, because he's just trying to identify the guns, isn't he? And what's the kid got? I bet the kid's got an automatic. Oh, look, there it is, a Beretta. Fuck off. It's so my face, man.
it's fucking brilliant, mate. Oh, it's just so funny, man. And he's just like, oh, fucking, here, do you want a bathrobe? Do you want a bathrobe? It's free. And he's like, it's not free, it's fucking taxpayers' money. Like, same thing, hurry up.
Aye. Aye, it's brilliant. That's a great introduction because, again, it's very quickly escalates into fucking chaos, doesn't it?
Aye, fucking aye. And again, like we touched on earlier in the film, the pod, sorry, fucking somebody flying out a tall building next to the Nakatomi building, and like, oh, and then mate, even when they land in the pool, this is obviously the curtain comes up with him, and he's fucking Riggs is sitting smashing this cunt with a fucking curtain, and he's that, and it's really old. He's like, oh my nose, it's
And he's
fucking
like,
brilliant.
fucking getting away. He's like, oh, don't leave me. I can't swim. What? What? What do you mean you can't fuck? Right, we're near the edge. Here we go. Put your now. Get the fuck out of my back, man. So, I mean, brilliant.
Fucking amazing, man. Uh,
Yeah, another
even when
one
Riggs
for
says the
me.
fucking motto on it. He was like, but why did you not follow me down? Like, shut up, you jump out a 7-story window.
I know. And Leo backs him up, didn't he? Yeah, where were you, man? Shut up. And then, and then even that's ended by a good bit of dialogue. I mean, because they really didn't ask why they're fucking babysitting this cunt. So, like, look,
Aye.
Leo, what the fuck did you see? That guy took an awful chance trying to pop the three of us. Or did you witness a murder or something? And he just says, no, I sort of fucking laundered $500 million of drug money. You see Riggs's face when he says it. He goes, okay, right, as if that'll do it. You know what I mean? Brilliant. Superb. Uh, Another great scene, which is kind of two scenes. But the second scene doesn't happen without you knowing firstly about the first scene. It's all about Riggs's shoulder. And for shits and giggles, in the precinct, he's put on an escape jacket, and everybody's wagered that he can't get out the escape jacket. And yeah, even one of his colleagues like, look, Riggs, I work the psycho ward. There's no way you're getting out of that. And then it's all hilarity, and then it just a soft Riggs voice saying, "Don't try this at home, boys and girls." And they all stop what they're doing and just dislocates his shooter. All the while, fucking Rogers sitting going, hey, hey, I knew something was going to, yeah, fucking pay up, I knew. There you go. Don't be sad. And then, obviously, does that hurt? Aye, it does, but not as much as putting it back in, and he fucks his shooter back in. Has the kind of every film back and forth with the psycho doctor, and then we move on and forget about it until he's been tortured, fucked into the sea, in a kind of straitjackety situation, drowning with chains on him, and that's when the shooter thing kicks back in, doesn't it?
Aye,
And
that's it.
obviously, seeing Rika under there as well, man. It's fucking.
Aye, fucking lying there just bobbing up and down.
Aye, it was bobbing up and
Aye.
doing him just no so long ago.
Mate, I need to say that. See the pattern in that scene? It is fucking cringe as fuck. Like, I was looking about the fourth inning, like, it's a baseball term. I know what it is. And then the next thing, batter up, like, oh, you dirty bastard.
Oh, by God, you will not. Your mother been telling you stories about me again, lad. Ah. As it's
Oh,
cringy.
fuck's sake, man. Um, the bomb on the toilet, mate. It fucking, again, it's laced with comedy, but also it's that kind of see the bond that Riggs and Murtaugh have got with each other. No, I mean, you're like, I've got you, man. I've got you. But it's just again, Murtaugh. I mean, let's just keep this between us. We'll just keep this as quiet as we can. Hi, no worries, mate. Boom, fucking news and everything out
Aye.
there. Brilliant, man.
I watched that and I wondered to myself if Ben Stiller get that idea and something about Mary with the zipper.
Aye,
You know what I mean?
aye.
But it's
Let's go
brilliant,
with
mate.
that,
It
mate.
is. You're right. It's fucking serious, bit comedic, and then there's the I'm going nowhere. You know what I mean? And then even when Riggs gets serious at the very end of the conversation before they count to three, he says, "We're no fucking dying here today, right?" It's like, all
Aye.
right, okay. You know what I mean?
It's even the thing I know, right? Because it's like I don't know how many films it is, right? But they always go like, right, we'll go in three, and I've always wondered, like, is it one, two, three, go, or is it one, two, three, go? You know what I mean? The fact that they were talking about it, and I'm like, fucking finally, somebody's had this conversation.
Aye. And it's in all four films. That one, two, three fucking
Uh,
thing. So it is. That's brilliant, man. A running
I mean,
joke.
uh,
But it's brilliant. And then you said it earlier on, the toilet landing on Trish's car.
like, it's fucking just
Genius.
ultimate insult, and
Genius. Aye. Trish, and it's your toilet, know what I mean? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
oh, so good, so
Um,
good.
the thing that I think is tremendous in this film, the best bit of writing in this film, for me, is the thing we didn't think we needed and we got. It would have been just as well without it, although it added to it, and that was the Vicky connection.
Yeah,
And you don't know it. The first hint you get is when Forsted is like, Riggs, are you Martin Riggs? And he goes, aye, from the great Chicago Riggs. What's your name? And it's just an off the cuff thing, mate, until he's torturing him and tells him that it was him that fucking murdered his wife, expecting it to be him. And
yeah,
you're like, oh, fucking hell, where'd this come from? And it adds
yeah.
to it, because it adds to Riggs' character fucking changes, I know. Because
Is that?
he's not, he says it to Roger, doesn't he? Say, I'm not a cop anymore, Roger. I want to get him and I want to fuck him. Because he's just rambling and all. Kills Vicky, killed Rika. Rika's dead. Killed Vicky. Vicky kills Vicky. It was meant to be. It wasn't Vicky and Rika. And he's like, "What's up with you, man? What's up with you?" But that's him. He's just went into fucking Vietnam mode, man.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's a kind of the answer to the story we didn't fucking know we needed, where his
Aye.
past was
See,
concerned. And it
see, I
also
think
gives
that's
him
what
a
shame. I think that's what Shane Black was going on about. That's why he wanted it darker and all that shit. And it was kind of like the end of Riggs' story, I'm guessing, because it
Mm.
because he had the Peter guy as Riggs's ultimate fucking nightmare. Know what I mean? Like this is the guy. This is the bad guy. This is your fucking nemesis. Know what I mean? So
Mhm.
that
But it's a bit of closure for him and all because he's blaming himself for being too busy
yeah,
for no driving that night, thinking it was a tragic accident. So,
that's it.
aye,
The
he's,
golden
he's, he's
pen
got
scene.
his closure and he's got the fucking perpetrator and all. And
Yeah,
see with that as well being added, you're probably right that the film could have ended there and he could have died a fucking his conscience clear. So aye, that could have worked as well.
yeah. Aye. Uh, one scene for me, mate, but it's purely down to dialogue, and it's fucking motto and the South African consulate. It's
I mean,
fucking
come on, it's been
it's
sweating at your pores. Get it tilt.
mate, it's just so it's even the way he just fucking he walks there. I'm just try to talk my pal to go to South Africa, and he's like, "Why is that?" And he's like, "Just Alphonse," and he comes out pure. Yes, the fucking guy. He's just a that mate. He's just go. No, surely no.
Aye.
That's fucking brilliant, man. Oh, and again, it just leads to fucking aye, like Riggs confronting the bad guys again. Know what I mean? Shooting the fish and all that, and it's just fucking
Aye.
good, man. Brilliant.
It's, I'll do one more. Um, and I'll say it's the systematic assassination of the fucking whole squad. It's all happening in sync, kind of at the same time. You're getting John Connor's maw getting blown out of a swimming pool. You've got the other cop hanging upside down. And even that dialogue's fucking cold and all because Forstet sits down and goes, what was he called him, Guana or something, innit? Or Rod Day
Yeah,
Guana. Have your brains ever seen the light of day? You can't tell me I'm a fucking cop. No, you were a cop, bang. That's it started. And then all the boys playing poker. Put some music
aye.
on. Hey, the border. Boom. Fucking sure like that's more fucking mental. And obviously they
Aye.
fail in their attempt with Roger, just and Riggs because obviously Riggs is on a Joe Barica. Still amazing he gets away for that because he's in a
Mate, that's what I'm
box
talking about.
out in the open.
See if you do that thing. I'm going to check. I'm going to check if that motor had the capabilities. Ask the capabilities of surviving an onslaught with two machine guns being shot for helicopters into a fucking trailer on the beach. And by the way, see Riggs' attitude towards his fucking Doug during all that fucking carry on. By the way, you ought to get his balls slapped for it. Fucking,
I mean, I waited on him. It's just like, come on,
but
Sam, hurry
even
up, come on.
still, Sam the Doug, here, Trader, fucking choppers out there, trying to fucking get off the bones and get on the deck. And then
Mm.
he's driving away, and it's no fucking. Rika goes like, "Oh, here, you've left Sam back there, you dirty bastard." And Doug's like, ah, fuck's sake.
Aye. Who sat beside you every night when you were going to that bullet and that? Who the fuck sat there? You know what I mean? Yeah, bastard, you.
Aye, fucking lucky I didn't give him a scheme book. And one final scene for me, mate, because there's a bit of fucking trivia linked to it, is when they sit down to watch the condom fucking ad. And it's Stevie B. Carpenter. He actually ad-libbed his line. And they all liked it so much they kept it in the film. And it's fucking, you're like, ah, yes, there's hope.
That was hope. That was great. Absolutely brilliant, man.
That
Because
talk about lines,
incorporates one of
mate.
my incorporates one of my favourite lines. Something as well fucking say it, mate. And it's
That's it.
after it's happened, and Murtaugh is just fucking sitting there, like looking at the black telly and all that. And George is in, who's Rianne's boyfriend, and he says, fucking, I liked it, Rianne. George, yeah, go home. But sir, I got a gun. Okay, that's what I mean. Brilliant, man. Great wee line.
I can't see what Riggs says to him after that. He's like, "Oh, Mr. Motto's got a gun." And I went, "Aye, but it's old and he's not a very good shot."
Aye. And they all laugh. And then even after that, before George is good, so George is scared of Daddy, he's going home. And he goes like that, aye, cool. So he's away, and then he just goes like to Roger. Roger's going, you know what cops are like? I have rubbers in my coffee, rubbers on my desk, rubbers on my drawer. He goes, oh, don't be worried about it, Roger's just in one ear out the rubber.
Mate. Oh, oh, fucking mate. Oh, I need to see it. I need to see it. The wee guy in the consulate, the wee consulate employee, when Motto asks him, why would it be a bad time for me to go to South Africa? And he just goes, because you're black.
You are. He
Aye.
is. That makes it all the better. Because even when he says you're black, he looks at Leo as if to say, am I? It's great.
Oh mate, it's even with I'm fucking there's more to that motto. Free South Africa, you dumb son of a bitch.
You
Look,
dumb
Leo.
son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
you dumb son of a bitch.
Oh, that's so
Ah,
good, man.
fucking amazing.
See,
So good. So
one
good.
of the best lines I know, I used to run about fucking school, shouting it and all that. We're back, we're bad, you're black and I'm mad. Know what I mean? Fucking,
Aye.
a lot of black
Uh,
friends.
uh, oh, maybe I'll need to say this and all. Mickey McGee, the carpenter. Yeah, I liked it. She made me want to go out and buy rubbers right now. Uh,
Aye.
fucking so good, man.
Mad wee Leo. After they go to the subway and he doesn't get his order right. Okay. They fuck you at the drive-through, okay? They fuck you at the drive-through. You know why they're gonna be miles away before you find out you got. They know you're not gonna turn around and go back. They don't care. So who gets fucked? Oh, Leo gets fucked. Okay, shut. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm eating tuna. Okay, shut up.
Uh, I'm back to the toilet scene. Mutter, why couldn't they plant the bomb on Trish's stove? Riggs, yeah, think of all the needless suffering that could have been ended there.
Aye,
Uh,
brilliant.
uh,
And the one
fucking,
you said, I know, Martin. Hey, did you get them? Did you get the bad guys? Are they all gone? Yeah, hey, yeah. They've all been decaffeinated.
even man see the man with Peter and all, and he's like, what are you doing? He's like, I was just checking to see I wasn't standing on any plastic. Ah, you've been here before.
Do you know he's no the actor I thought he was for years and years and years? Do you know who I thought he was? See the guy that plays um, the kind of manservant in the Titanic that
Aye,
kind of
aye.
shoots at fucking chains up Jack and all that? I thought that was him, British guy.
Mm.
But no, I was wrong. There you go. No, he's an
Mistaken.
evil. I was mistaken. But he's an evil bastard in this. He really is.
Oh, aye,
Because
definitely,
I
definitely.
did write down, but then I see it. One of my favourite scenes I know is that end container fight scene where they two have
Mm.
because Riggs is getting his boys kicked. You know what I mean?
Oh, aye. Oh, aye, he's getting a scheme booting right in the cooping.
And he's up on his toes, isn't he? Like fucking
Right.
kickboxer.
Kraft Maga.
I'm like, aye. You're right there, Matty Riggs. Says again, mate. They got to kick you right in the fucking ass.
I'm going to say it, mate, because we've been dancing around it. No one to say it. But there you go. Diplomatic immunity.
Yes, been revoked.
Oh, brilliant,
Do
man.
you know what Murtaugh's last line in the film is? I'm too old for this shit. He never said it
Is
the
that
whole
right at the
film.
end?
Aye, that's his last line. And his last line, no, his last line. I'm too old for this shit. Because you think you're getting away with it, oh, film, and then he says it. And then
Aye.
obviously it's in
Aye.
the last three as well. Happy
Aye.
retirement,
Hmm.
daddy.
But
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to ask you this question, mate. I know
Please
this
do.
is your favorite out of the franchise, right?
Hmm.
But would you say this film is the best buddy cop film? I know it comes down to preferences and all that, but I'm asking your preference.
Sorry, that doesn't sound good in the audibles if I'm not saying anything, but I'll fill it with noise. Well, aye, I think so. I can't think of anything else now. I liked Rush Hour and all that, but it wasn't my thing. This was more my thing because I was your age when this came
Mm.
out, whereas you were that age when Rush Hour came out. So there's not been a lot of cop body shit, really, has there?
Yeah. Well, I
Back in the
just like, I
70s and
think
all that was
this.
fucking rife, you know what I mean? Starsky and Hutch and all that.
So I was mainly thinking, let's see this and Stakeout and fucking Tango Cash, if you can call that kind of buddy comedy. Well, a buddy cop film, know what I mean? Um, even The Nice Guys, know what I mean? Fucking,
For a film, man.
no, what's the other one? The other guys with fucking Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, know what I mean? Just, aye. There's a
Aye.
question. Well, you, the listeners there, would you
Aye,
consider
that's a good.
the best buddy cop film?
And I take it yours as Rush Hour?
I
No.
don't necessarily have one, you know what I mean?
What are
It's,
you
I
asking
kind of
me to
like,
say one then? Why are you putting me out
because
the fucking ledge?
because you seem definitive in your answer, man.
I not that is I can't think of anything else, mate, and this being the defining pinnacle of the four films. And
Mm.
if you're going by longevity and success at the box office, I suppose it wins hands down against anything else. Although again, we
No,
are now to get a fucking Rush Hour 4, which will be very
I
interesting because Jackie Chan's looking his fucking age and all.
yeah,
Pretty sure he could still kick my ass, know what I mean?
oh,
But
definitely. But nah, I was just curious, you know what I mean? Because I was thinking out there like all the buddy cop films and all that are out there, and I mean, I've not seen Stakeout in years, you know what I mean?
no, that was good. There's two of them, wasn't there?
I'm sure there was two of them. But there's that
Estevez and Dreyfus.
Richard, and so is it Emilio Estevez, isn't it? Am I tripping?
What did I say? I thought I said Estevez. Something else came out of my mouth there. I want to
Did you?
listen it back.
I thought you said Richard Dreyfus, and I was like, "What?" But
Ah,
but the stay
series
too. I'm sure the stay too.
late night recordings, by the way. Jesus.
Sounds like boys.
I know. I've not had my cottage pie yet. That's what's up. I know I'm getting a cottage pie and green beans after this. I'm
Oh,
fucking delighted about it.
oh, cottage pie.
Oh, a bit of brown sauce on there just for the.
Oh.
Oh. But
Well,
one more line I'll give you, mate, is Forsted. You call him Pete. I don't know that was his first name, but
yeah.
Forsted. He's the
Okay.
hitman. And after he's just shot the guy standing on plastic, he says, "You give a whole new meaning to the word drop cloth, Mr. Rudd." So I thought, Kent's got a sense of humour. He's from South Africa. I used to do the doors. I used to be a steward back in the day. I used to work with a lot of South Africans. So
South Africa.
I'm not, aye, South, because the rugby players that were there getting some sort of scholarship in Scotland, like Anniesland College and Scotstoun, it's about rugby, which we probably know now because half the Scottish fucking rugby team speak South African or
Mm.
Kiwi or something. But anyway, I done the doors with these guys, and they were smashing big doormen, but they were uncharismatic as fuck. But they didn't mean to be. It was just their demeanour. And I also worked in the motor game, a guy called John, and he was the same. I just talked like that and very, very matter of fact. And then sometimes he was trying to be funny. I was like, he's like, that was a joke. I was like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Gonna do a lot to drag me away from you.
Oh.
There you go.
It threw me for a loop when the big guy for the mummy fucking started talking like that. I was like, that's not how you're supposed to sound. Who was also in the
No.
Blood Diamond there? What? Fucking. It's like a circle. It's like a circle.
Aye. And I feel as if we keep talking about fucking reboots and other movies coming onto franchises. We mentioned fucking uh, Demolition Man 2 is coming out, right? Fucking The Mummy 4, original cast, is coming out. They've all got pictures with their t-shirts on, the date is coming out and all that. Brendan Fraser and the like. And there's so many things that are just getting rolled back out. Rush Hour, Lethal Weapon.
Mhm.
Spaceballs 2 is wrapped. That's done.
Yep. Aye,
In
dreading
fact, I'm dreading it myself. I mean, I watched Spaceballs 1 back no long ago. Still liked it, but I knew it was a film at its time. You know what I mean?
Aye,
Right away.
is that? But
See,
without further ado, what do you mark this movie out of 10, Squire?
9 out of 10, mate.
Oh,
9
it's
out
a
of 10.
9. Well, for the I think I'm I think I'm on an 8. I was a 9, but we, it just seems like a bit of a cop out. Like I'm a 9, I'm a 9 and all. So like these cunts don't give a fuck.
We
So
don't do this beforehand, people. We obviously seem
or
to have the same kind of scoring
uh,
grade.
uh,
You know what I mean? Because
barometer.
I think we've been kind of itchy peachy right up to this point in this series.
Is that? Is that? There you go. An 8 and a 9 for Lethal Weapon 2. But I'm film it's for the 80s or just on the borderline 90s. It's a smashing score. But so next week, it seems like movie bingo comes from my list, doesn't it?
It seems like
So
ages. We've done a year
it
list
does,
of
mate.
Tropic Thunder seems so many years ago. Um, right, what are we picking for here? Just random 150 and Hannah's missing.
I've not bunched them up. So they're just if it's missing, I'll direct you to the closest numbers.
Okie dokie. Lethal Weapon 2 is a sequel. I will go for a number 2. Bet it's away.
We've had two.
We've had 2. There's 4 films in this franchise. I'll go for number 4.
We've had four. You like to select in a list for some reason, user.
Right at this game. That's why I condensed all mine again. Put them all back. What's today's date? 17th. 17.
Had 17.
18.
18, which is fucking it's sitting there on its lonesome because you've had 19 and 20 and 16 and 15, but number 18 is another Mel Gibson special. But this time we're going to Vietnam and it's going to be We Were Soldiers.
Oh, good.
So
I like that. I like that. I've
uh,
not seen it in a while, I know. That'll be good. Cracking
uh,
cast, man.
oh, tis that, tis. And if you've not seen this, people, I suggest you watch it beforehand because there's a part in it that I will probably go on about a bit, and it's quite graphic and shocking. So,
Is it a leg?
aye,
That's all I'll say. I'll not spoil it for
aye.
Andy. Aye. But
Oh, it just
aye.
reminds me of Peperamis.
He's not telling any lies, the boy. Ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you of that.
Right. But aye, next week will be We Were Soldiers, people. Get out there and get on it. If I remember right, it could be on Netflix. Um, no, it's moved for Netflix now. It's on Plex and it's on Amazon, but you require the add-ons.
Aye.
So you need
Who's
Prime
going to
Air
find it?
to see Paramount. So, but aye. But again, before we go, shout out to all our peeps there, Native Origins, Quaint for the Tunes, and Seismic. They will be coming with another Mel Gibson thing. Hacksaw Ridge. He was a director. It's Mel Gibson week, people. Get on it. Get in it. Get your bowl of salt ready and watch We Were Soldiers. But again, to the Facebook group page and the YouTubes and all the socials and all that. Cheers for liking, following, listening, and all that jazz. And somebody for the past there, Declan, he's been working his way through the episodes and he's been having a real laugh at it. He actually had to leave his place of work whilst listening to We're the Millers because we were talking about a guy getting butt in the buzz.
Oh, what a film that is! I need to go back and listen to that. Aye. That's brilliant. But this will be Friday morning, as this will be dropping. Whether you're listening to us in the morning or not, but it has been a fucking Tuesday night. It's been a long day. So
Aye.
thanks everybody for tuning in. Keep sharing, liking, and listening. We got a fucking right good jump in the downloads last week on the hosting platform, as you will. That's the platform we download to that gives it out to everybody. So thank you for that. And we're being chuckled alongside in some far out, flung out places in the world, man. Swear to God, I, I can't imagine
What was
somebody
that
in a
beak, by Christ?
I can't imagine somebody in a rice paddy, just oh, fucking Scots. Well, it warms my heart, it really
Fucking
does.
Christ.
Thank you.
Aye, aye. He's a well liked and well loved and counted. You're genuinely counted. We count you every week. So
Aye.
keep up and we'll see you next week for We Were Soldiers. If you've not seen it, get it watched. If you don't like war films, still watch it because it's really good. Gets totes the mosh in bits. Gets totes the mosh. And
If you don't
it's
like war
based on real
films,
events.
fucking Collins watched two in the last week, so there you go. He can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. But until then, I love yous and leave yous. Remember, live, laugh, and love.
Keep calm, and what's the script? Good night.
See you. Bye.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.